That's plainsoffame.org. Plainsoffame.org. KCAA.
For truth and justice with the right information, all the way from your spiritual needs to your basic food needs. And matter of fact, we'll even help you exercise that food off so that you can keep yourself looking and feeling the way you want to. Matter of fact, we've all got a lemon here today. I've got Miss Lynette Brown here. I've got Z. Z, I shouldn't be calling you Z until after I call you by your full name. Tell us again. Rosina, very good. And we have Apostle Regina Lindsay. She's back with us today. As I promised last week, she's got a great event going on, and we wanted to be sure that you keep it on your schedule. And we have Mr. Carl Guillaume. You remember Carl? Carl came back during the holidays and dared to challenge the eating habits that we all enjoyed during that period of time. And Carl promised that he was going to lose, how many?
What did I say, 20?
Yeah, he said 20, but we took the 16 and we were very happy with that, right?
Yeah.
He lost 16 pounds during the heat of the greed. I mean, during that time when we all want to eat and do much more than we should do, and Carl, I want to congratulate you on that. But he's here with Mind, Body, and Soul exercise, gym, I don't know what all to call it except that it's comfortable for you. He makes it available to you, and he will actually hold a class for you at 3 o'clock in the morning if that's the only time you're available. Is that true, Carl?
Yeah.
Well, he didn't have a whole big enthusiastic response to that, but I'm sure that if the money's right, he'll be there. I mean, that's the one thing that we're for sure about. Miss Regina.
Yes.
How you doing today?
I'm wonderful.
Okay. I'm glad to see that you're safely in the studio, and all of you folks that are out there driving around, feel relieved because Miss Regina was in a hurry to get here this morning, and she may have tested your patience like I did. I certainly tested the patience of the gentleman coming across, I guess, what is that, Valley Boulevard? Man, he started blowing the horn and...
Oh, no.
Oh, yes, he did.
Like we in L.A.?
Well, no, like I was going to pay some attention to that. I'm driving my car. You got to drive your car. You have to look out for people who, and I'm sorry you weren't more alert. I'm sorry that I felt it was my turn, but, and I'm glad we both got through the intersection without touching each other because, you probably would have been upset. Me and the little old Volvo, we kept right on going.
Right.
We're doing fine. But that's an example of the lemon. I was walking in today. My wife has a wonderful friend whose lemon tree, for some reason, grows cantaloupe-sized lemons, and he's happy to share them. And I brought some into the office today, and as I was coming in, Miss Lindsay said, "Oh, we could make lemonade." And I said, "Surely. I have spoiled enough people's day that if I could show them how to make lemonade out of lemons at some point, we will have been successful today, right? Okay, so that's the theme, lemonade out of lemons. Can we make that happen? All right, the first part of that is today is Cinco de Mayo. This is the day that America has decided to tequila and margarita the deal up with chips and all in honor of a great victory, a great battle won by Mexico against France. Problem is, so many people think that this is Mexican Independence Day, but it's not. It's a celebration pretty much generated by people north of the border. Once again, I guess to push avocados, sell tequila, and once again, use this as a great excuse to make lemonade out of lemons, okay? Because we need to be celebrating Mexico every day, not just once in a while. We have to realize that that's one of the portals to America from Africa. What? Y'all didn't know that?
No.
I knew that.
Oh, do you know who the first president of Mexico was?
1822, I don't remember the man's name.
Guerrero.
Yes.
Yes, he was a black man.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very much so. So there's a couple of things that are going on to try to make lemons out of something that's already lemonade. One of them is that relationship between people of color. We've decided somehow that there's a way to judge us according to our nearness to white, which is interesting. There's a Stockholm syndrome. We know about that. That's when people get kidnapped and they start identifying with the people who kidnapped them. Well, that's a natural thing for the folks who've been enslaved. That's a genetic thing that occurs over a period of time. So there's no need for white people to be afraid of black folk. I think black folk are trying to, have demonstrated over the years that we're trying to get along. Which brings up another question. And I am going to interview everybody today, but this is that little period of time when I get to kind of pull the scab off of what's been going on with me. Cannabis. I'm going to generally ask a question here that should the income from cannabis, should the regulation of cannabis favor the people that cannabis has been used as an excuse to disfavor? Is that clear? No, it ain't clear. Let me ask it again. Cannabis has been the reason that thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of black men have been put in jail. Pulled from their families, not allowed to proceed with the American dream because someone decided that cannabis was an evil, antisocial weed. But every time they said that, they would also go and get a report. I mean, at the time back in the 30s when they first decided to say it was illegal, the mayor of New York, Mr. LaGuardia, did a report, did a study. He keeps saying that cannabis has never been studied, but he did a study. His study stated that, hey, wait a minute, there's nothing wrong with this stuff. It's not driving people crazy. It appears to be a good reason for putting black folks in jail. And he said that plain and clear. During the 60s, when the war on drugs was begun, President Reagan hired a committee, put a committee together, said, we're going to do a study on this and prove that this stuff is deadly and we're going to kill drugs. The guys who did the report came back and said, oh, hold it. Guys, we're on the wrong step here. There's nothing wrong with this stuff. It's not, harmful, blah, blah, blah. Reagan said, oh, no. Nancy, tell them, say no to drugs. Okay, I'm not pushing drugs. Listen, I know that when you were a little kid, you'd like to stand in a circle and turn around until you got dizzy and fell out. I don't know what that's all about. Maybe we just like being dizzy. But we can't take care of business being dizzy. We can't run the world being dizzy. So I'm not trying to suggest that we be dizzy all the time. But I am pointing out that if we've used cannabis as an excuse to jail, ruin the lives, depress the black community, that as you regulate who is going to get a chance to make money on cannabis, here's the question. Should you favor the people that you have disfavored? Dun, da, da, da. Okay, that's my question. Think about it. Marinate on that. And as you do so, remember that no mad scientist created cannabis. Now, there are some mad scientists out there who are trying to recreate cannabis. So there's a reason some of it may need to be regulated. But once again, should that regulation favor the people who've been disfavored, or should it continue to favor the people who've suppressed? Okay, that's my politic for the day. I'm not going to push you guys for big answers, but I do want you to think about it. And as you're thinking about it, I want to take you as close to God as possible. And that means we're going to talk to Miss Regina Lindsay about her program, and it's going to come up right after this short break. We'll be back, and we're going to show you that regardless of how deadly your attempt to make the world a sin pot, we've got people who are here to point out the fact that God is everywhere, and it's up to you to decide what you are going to emphasize with your life. We'll be right back. Hopefully, you'll be back with us and not down in some dungeon somewhere, not able to see the light. We'll be back.
We're on the move. Yeah. We've got that held us down.
Publish your legal notice in West Side Story newspaper. For the best service and the best rates, call 909-384-8131. Publishing legal notices in the city and county of San Bernardino since 1990. West Side Story provides friendly expert service. Call 909-384-8131 to benefit from budget-friendly rates. Whether a fictitious business name, a name change, a divorce summons, or any other legal or public notice, call West Side Story newspaper 909-384-8131. 909-384-8131. That's 909-384-8131.
Covered California knows that one moment can change your life. That moment you say I do. That moment you meet your baby for the first time. Or even that moment you lose your job and your health insurance along with it. For those times when life changes, we've got you covered. Covered California lets you choose from brand name health plans, and you may even get help paying for it. Your enrollment period is limited, so find out if you qualify by getting free expert help at coveredca.com today. Covered California. It's more than just health care. It's life care.
How about that relaxing, emotional, floating feeling that comes when you get the special treatment that you deserve? Spa Spectrum's head-to-toe service soothes your mind, body, and soul. Freeway close. Exit the 210 South at Archibald. Quick left into the Stater Brothers Center. Spa Spectrum, 909-989-8861. Head, hands, feet. Your whole body needs Spa Spectrum. 909-989-8861. Relax! 909-989-8861.
All right, this is Empire Talks Back. I'm Wallace Allen, and as I stated earlier, it is Cinco de Mayo. That means you're probably looking for a place to go hang out today. Have a little avocado salad, maybe a little tequila, Listen, a lot of good time is waiting for you at the Placita Restaurant. Placita Restaurant at 1805 University Avenue in the city of Rialto, in the city of Riverside. Let me start all over. Placita Restaurant, 1805 University Avenue, Riverside, because I thought it was in San Bernardino at first, but they're in Riverside. They just opened up, had a grand opening on Friday, grand opening on Thursday. It was grand. It was very, very good. Tammy and the Black Chamber of Commerce Inland Empire had their Friday meeting there. I understand that everybody got fat. That's important because half of the group are vegans and vegetarians, and half of them they like that meat. And our friend Chef Babo at Placita was able to feed everybody. He was able to please the vegans and the vegetarians as well as those meat eaters, and certainly his bar is excellent. Kind of limits itself to really good local craft beers. I think that's a great idea. And my point is that from 11 to 3 today, their buffet is waiting for you, and it's a one-way ticket to Mexico. Well, actually, it's a round trip, but once you get in there and you lock yourself in, I understand they actually at 3 o'clock have to start telling people it's time to go home because you want to hang out and do all of that stuff. That's the great place for you to spend Cinco de Mayo, 1805 University Avenue, city of Riverside. I might give you the phone number if you hang around. We'll be back with that. Now, Ms. Lindsay, how are you?
I'm wonderful.
Tell us about this great event that you are putting together. And I understand, well, he's not on the phone, but one of our guests was, one of your guests was possibly going to talk to us on the phone today. But tell us about what's going on, how you're bringing our souls to the surface.
Wonderful. Thank you for the opportunity. We just want to let everyone know of a powerful event that we are having the blessed opportunity to host, that we can bring our community together, that they will learn to engage, impact, and transform. Hallelujah. Again, we want to engage, impact, and transform. What am I saying? I'm saying we want to engage heaven. You know, in conversations, we engage one another and we talk and we relate and we share our minds. We need to do the same with heaven. Heaven is waiting for us to come and sit at the table to receive that revelation that the Father has already released for us so we can impact our lives, change our circumstances, and see our communities be transformed. So I'm bringing you together to bring that revelation here in the Inland Empire that we can come together when? May the 30th through June the 1st. Where are we going to be? Thursday night and Friday night at the Turning Point International Ministries in the city of Ontario. And we're concluding on Saturday, June 1st at the Holiday Inn, also in Ontario, to have a luscious, delicious meal where we break bread together. Come and be with us.
Boy, if ignorance is a lemon, all of that wonderful information is definitely lemonade. My goodness, Miss Regina, get down with it. That's exciting. That's exciting. You know, we usually wallow around in our, in our sadnesses, in our little bubbles of life, and we don't understand that it's an attitude that either opens or unlocks the door. And the attitude that you just presented your information with was very dynamic and kind of thing to make you, hey, if you were kind of sleeping and nodding over there, you might want to wake up and come share the joy. And so will the conference be as enthused and enthusiastic as you are, or do we have to follow you around for that?
Oh, the conference is going to be off the chain. Hello.
Okay.
Are you ready? I'm serious. We're going to take the roof off of this Inland Empire and bring us together because we have a dynamic speaker, Dr. Joel McLeod. He's the chancellor at Next Dimension University, teaching the prophetic word and how to also use your prophetic voice to speak what you hear God saying to see your life change. Some things are not happening for us because we are not speaking. But I don't want to take his thunder because we may get him on the phone and he's going to have a chance to tell us more about it.
Listen,
and he's going to open up for us on Thursday night.
If you take his thunder, I'm sure he'll bring a lightning. So
All
don't
right.
you be scared. Don't you be afraid. I know Dr. McLeod. He's not. He's looking for the challenge.
Yes.
You know, and when you're trying to bring light into people's life, that's one of the things you have to be doing is looking for the challenge.
Yes.
Because if you accept things the way they are, then as my friend here with Mind, Body, and Soul Gymnasium and exercise,
Yes.
he'll tell you, you can make the change. All you
Yes.
have to do is see it first.
Yes, right.
And once you see it first, you can absorb the attitude that it takes to really follow through. I'm going to be quiet for a couple more minutes because I like hearing you fire it up. Say something, anything. I'm ready. I want to hear it.
Well, I'm excited because I believe that God wants this Inland Empire to change. We, as you talked earlier about cannabis and the oppression of our black communities, there have been so many situations that has caused our communities not to advance. And I believe that we can change that. And oftentimes we look at church as just something that we do on Sundays. Church is supposed to be a part of our life morning, noon, and night, every day of
That's
the
right.
week, moment by moment, step by step, because as we engage God, he's given us revelation and understanding on what we need to do next. Step by step, he gives us understanding. So I believe as we take the time to come together and perfect that we already know and do it well, we can see change.
We can see change. Time. It is time for us to be. Time for us to be on time. Yes. Time for us to be on time for a change.
Yes.
For a change is imminent. Ooh, man, got me fired up.
All right.
What do we do when we see the need for change? When we see this big old lemon?
Yes.
And the lemon, my goodness, now, I ain't mad at the lemon. The lemon gives me an opportunity to see, to sense, to smell. Mm-hmm. And because the world regards it as something less than perfect, we say, oh, we got to make lemonade out of it. But I'll tell you what, if you work the lemon, you might find that working the lemon itself is as powerful as changing the lemon into lemonade, changing your attitude about the lemon. Because some of us can sit around and say, well, there ain't nothing to do. How am I going to make the world a better place? How am I going to make my world, how am I going to pay my bills? If you ask the question and take enough time to answer the question, because within every problem, the way my experience tells me, and I think I'm a little more experienced than most of you all in here, that when you lean on something, it will either hold you up or make you find something to brace yourself. But the challenge the challenge has to take place.
Yes.
You're going to challenge yourself either to be quiet and don't do anything, or you're going to accept the challenge and step up. Miss Regina, did I introduce you yet to Miss Lynette Brown?
Yes. I've had
Okay,
the
very
pleasure.
good. See, my memory's terrible. But that's lemonade. I mean, I'm making it because I'm going to go back through it.
Okay.
She was sitting around one day, I guess, and how did you start California Poppin'? And tell us what California Poppin' is.
Okay, California Poppin' is a homemade gourmet popcorn that I decided to create these wonderful flavors in 2016. But we've been around since 1975.
Right.
Family tradition.
Yes.
Family tradition.
Making popcorn for the family. Getting so into it that, I don't know a lot to do. We're not going to spend a lot of money. I got to figure out a way to keep their kids and everybody.
Right.
I'm going to make some popcorn. But they could get popcorn almost anywhere. Oh, I'm going to make this popcorn really special. Fell into the rabbit hole. Okay, decided to look at something and say, well, what can I do with this? And I don't like popcorn, first of all. Okay, my teeth, yeah. She came by with some popcorn. She came to West Side Story newspaper, might as well get this commercial in,
Yes.
to do her fictitious business name, which
Yes.
we recommend that all of you do. I'm the publisher, so disclosure, yeah, I do want you to spend money with West Side Story newspaper.
Yes, yes.
So she came in to do a fictitious business name, and she described, her business. I'm a nosy guy. I said, what are you, Cali Pop? What is that? California Poppin' popcorn. I said, oh, okay, Wallace, I'm going to encourage you. Yeah, great popcorn. Yeah, back of my mind, yeah, popcorn. What are we doing, some popcorn?
Yeah.
So she came back a couple of days with some popcorn. Popcorn. This isn't popcorn? This is heaven. Well, Miss Regina, excuse me, it's not heaven, but it's heaven. It's a heavenly taste. I said, boy, if my boy Carl saw me eating this popcorn, he'd say, yeah, that's about 50 push-ups worth of popcorn. You gotta do it. Wonderful tasting popcorn. I had to call you back and say, gosh, Miss Lynette, I've never had popcorn like that before.
Correct.
That's right. And she said correct.
Correct,
Yeah,
correct.
She's right.
And
She's
you
right.
haven't.
I haven't had it like that, and I did call her and tell her that. So it's great. How did you come up with your formulas of popcorn? Do you want to, during the next break, we're going to let the engineers taste some, so we'll get some testimonials from people other than folks who work at West Side Story newspaper, so we can let them taste it.
Beautiful experience.
Beautiful experience. We're going to let Carl take some to the gym so he can give his clients another reason to work on their. But it's good. So how did you decide, and what made you decide to turn this into a financial opportunity?
Being a single mother of 4, and also I am still a foster parent.
Okay.
So I raised my children along with foster parenting as a single mother, and my daughter here next to me, my beautiful daughter,
She is
Rosina
that.
Carter. She was in a nursing program. Correct? Nursing program.
Helping to make people well.
Yes, so that allowed me, just
That's good. You should sing
sharing.
around me because I make a lot of them sick. But go ahead.
Yeah. So I decided, to just push the popcorn as a way of helping my daughter through nursing school. And
You sold popcorn to help your daughter through nursing school?
yes,
You must be selling that popcorn pretty good because I know nursing school is not inexpensive.
yes.
It isn't. Well, congratulations on making that lemonade by looking at something that everybody else sees every day, but you made it special.
Yes, I did.
Now, since I've experienced your popcorn, I have kind of like a car. Once you get a certain kind of car, oh, look at that car. Everybody's got. I have seen other popcorn. Don't look anything like attractive. It just looks like, ugh.
Right.
Yeah, like popcorn.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, like Pop's corns on his feet or something.
Smell like butter.
No butter, no butter.
No butter?
No butter, no butter.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
No butter.
Get my clients.
No butter.
Get another 20.
We're gonna take a very short break and
Not just
spread some
butter,
popcorn
grandchildren.
around.
Hello.
You know, the anti-butter deal, and we'll get a chance to talk about that.
No butter, no seeds.
Yeah, no seeds. Oh, that's right. That's right. I kept looking. I'm gonna tell you about my wife when we come back, because she loves a certain aspect of popcorn that is very different, and she's the kind of person that makes that movie popcorn keep selling, because she loves the kernels that didn't pop. I couldn't wait to tell you. We'll be back right after this break.
We're on the move. Yeah. We've got the groove. Oh. There's been so many things that held us down, but now it seems like things are finally coming around. I know we've got a long
KCAA Loma Linda, 1050 AM, K292 FQ Riverside, and K293 CF Moreno Valley.
Publish your legal notice in West Side Story newspaper. For the best service and the best rates, call 909-384-8131. Publishing legal notices in the city and county of San Bernardino since 1990. West Side Story provides friendly expert service. Call 909-384-8131 to benefit from budget-friendly rates. Whether a fictitious business name, a name change, a divorce summons, or any other legal or public notice, call West Side Story newspaper 909-384-8131. 909-384-8131. That's 909-384-8131.
I never planned on losing my job, but we all know life can change in an instant. And losing my family's health insurance was an even tougher pill to swallow. So I looked into Cobra, but too pricey. Then I found out I could enroll through Covered California, where I was able to choose from good health insurance companies I've actually heard of. I even got help paying for it.
There's a limited time to qualify after losing your insurance, so check out coveredca.com today. Covered California. It's more than just healthcare. It's life care.
How about that relaxing, emotional, floating feeling that comes when you get the special treatment that you deserve? Spa Spectrum's head-to-toe service soothes your mind, body, and soul. Freeway close. Exit the 210 south at Archibald. Quick left into the Stater Brothers Center. Spa Spectrum, 909-989-8861. Head, hands, feet. Your whole body needs Spa Spectrum. 909-989-8861. Relax! 909-989-8861.
I'm Wallace Allen. We are doing the Cali Pop popcorn experiment here at KCAA Radio. We have pushed the wonderful Cali Pop popcorn. Would you describe the flavors that we've distributed into the engineering room, please, Miss?
we're on the move.
I provided them with chili watermelon, so it has a hint of spice to it. Also, they have Incredible Hope, which has spice.
Her microphone's on? Turn your microphone on. Okay, we need to. Okay.
Repeat that.
Yeah, repeat
Okay,
that. Here,
I
let me
provided-
set us up here. We have passed Cali Pop popcorn into the engineering room. Our engineers have all tasted popcorn. We're going to take a chance and have them try to do a little testimonial on the response, but their mouths are full right now. So Ms. Z, tell us about the flavors that you took into the room for them.
Okay, I provided them with 4 flavors. The first was our cheddar Pinot. It has cheddar cheese and jalapeno mixed.
Cheddar Pinot.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
Okay.
Savory with some spice.
Mhm.
I also gave them our chili watermelon.
Chili watermelon. I
Yes.
had that one. I remember that one. That was my 2:00 in the morning popcorn that I just couldn't believe. And I said, well, anyway, go on.
So yes, that's the #1 seller as well. They also have our caramel and kettle, so it could be a mixture of 2 different flavors
Caramel
for
and-
those who tend to be more traditional.
Caramel and what?
Kettle.
Oh, I like that. Okay. And what else?
And they have Incredible Hulk, which has our lime, apple, and grape with the hint of spice as well.
Okay. Can we get some young men, please? Can we get one of you guys to come out here or get on a microphone? Yeah, get on a microphone. I'd like somebody to talk a little bit about this popcorn experiment from Cali Poppin'.
All right, can you
Cali
hear me?
Poppin'.
Now, who do we have?
All right, I'm Nick.
Nick. All right. Nick, we haven't paid you thousands of dollars to...
No, you've not.
Not even hundreds, right?
Not even tens.
Right, and we may charge you for the popcorn if you really give us a tremendous... Okay, no, I'm kidding.
I've got $8.
Okay, go ahead. Talk about this flavor you had.
All right, so the first one I tried was the cheddar peño, which is, it's a cheddar popcorn with a kick of jalapeno spice.
How do you like it?
I love it. And here's why. I am very much a fan of spicy foods, but I don't like it when it overpowers.
Okay.
This one, you taste the cheddar, comes through, and the spice also comes through. You taste everything. It's all there right in front of you. And it's not one of those things where you taste one thing in the front and then eventually one thing in the back.
Yeah.
You taste both front and center. It's not overpowering. It's not too spicy.
You sound like you just did a Cinco de Mayo commercial. I mean, is that a great popcorn for Cinco de Mayo or what?
I think it's the perfect popcorn for Cinco de Mayo.
For Cinco de Mayo. Okay, can we get another testimonial?
All right, who wants to go next? All right, how about you?
Okay.
Get right in front.
Hi, I'm Jacob here.
Jacob?
I got the pleasure of trying the chili watermelon popcorn here. It's amazing. Perfect amount of spice. Really nice watermelon sweetness, flavor coming through there. Honestly, amazing. I never would have thought of putting these two together. How'd you come up with that?
How'd you come up with that?
I love the chili watermelon sucker, so my mother pretty much made that flavor for me.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, that's awesome.
Thank you for making it known that you like that flavor. That's a great flavor. Go on, Jacob.
Oh, yeah. I really would recommend this one to anyone who likes those Mexican lollipops like she was talking about. I think it'd be perfect. Really amazing. Thank you so much.
Another testimonial about Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, you want to talk about Cinco de Mayo? It's inspired by Mexican candy.
Yeah, this is amazing. This is the deal. And
all right, and you're next.
I'm Curtis, also known as the Dice Man, and I tried the Incredible Hulk. Let me just say that you wouldn't like me when I'm angry, but you would like me when I'm happy because some good stuff here.
Very good.
Thank you.
Very good. Oh, let me give an applause to the very creative analysis in there. Carl, did you taste it?
Oh, I can't.
Oh, okay.
But I'll
Carl,
back to my kids.
Carl,
I'll tell you why, though.
Carl Guillaume, Mind, Body, and Soul, is going to explain why he is strong enough to resist the temptation to make lemonade out of this popcorn.
Yeah.
He's going to use it. He's going to use the popcorn as a stimulus, an anti-stimulus, because he knows it's so good it would prevent him from doing what he's got to do. Yeah, he's going to tell us what he's got to do. I'm going to let him do that first. What do you got to do, Carl?
Well, right now, I had to challenge myself one more time. I watched the movie Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. If you guys ain't seen it, you got to watch the movie. Anyways, what I did was my wife and I put it out there. We're like, you know what? We're going to go 60 days. She said, 60 days for what? I said, 60 days, we're just going to juice and fast. She's like, what? I'm like, let's go, champ. So this is day number 7 of my juice and my fast. You guys can check us out on www.mbselitetraining.com and follow the journey. This is like crazy because what you were saying earlier about Regina, I'm sorry, Pastor Regina or? That's fine. Okay, Pastor Regina, what you were saying earlier about being in a moment and being just having that heaven on earth, right? Being able to change people's lives. I'll tell you right now, with my mind being clear from not eating anything and just juicing my fruits and my vegetables, I'm all in tune. I wanted to jump on the mic because every day I'm able to change people's lives on a whole nother level. So that's why I'm doing it, to help change people's lives. I can't do it if my mind is just filled with just junk from eating junk and putting the crap in my body. Excuse my language. But, you know, I'm just super excited and just follow the journey. But I'm going to have my kids try it out because I was trying to get the video of these guys when they were tasting that popcorn and they were jumping through the roof. And I'm like, yo, we got to get it on film. We got a little bit of it, but I caught just the aftermath. But, man, it was just priceless. These guys were going nuts. And the one thing I like about it, off air, we were talking about that you didn't put any oil in it, and it doesn't have any seeds. So I can have my clients on these.
Right.
My goodness, I am ready. Let's go, champ.
Why don't you get excited, Carl? You know, I mean, you're a little too laid back, man. You need to step it up a little bit. Right. There is definitely something about taking charge of yourself.
Sure.
I mean, to take charge of your body, to take charge of your mind, to take charge of the day. Well, let's do it the other way. What if you don't take charge of your body? What if you don't take charge of your mind? What if you don't take charge of your day?
Can I?
Oh, that's could he have yours? Because we're gonna dialogue. So I'm asking Coach Carl about what takes place if you don't determine your future, if you don't have a plan, if your vision doesn't include you.
Mediocrity. I know at the other side of this, I wouldn't say pain. It is kind of painful because when I see popcorn like this and I see food that I want to eat, but I know that if I want greatness, that there's going to be a bit of sacrifice that I'm going to have to make.
Or investment?
Yes, an investment, because I know when I do this and my children see me doing this, they're going to say, wow, my dad is strong. What can I do to take it to the next level? When my clients see me doing this is day number 7 of 60. Of not eating any foods. I'm just juicing all day.
Yeah, that sounds like a big sacrifice, Carl, but what are you juicing? What's in your juice, Carl?
Kale.
Okay.
Spinach.
If I ate a bowl of kale or ate a bowl of spinach, I'd be eating something.
Sure.
I'd be eating some of the most nutritious greens that are out there.
Absolutely.
Tell me about the sacrifice, Carl. When are we going to get to the sacrifice part?
The sacrifice? It's not eating it.
Okay, so we're talking about, well, we're not talking about a sacrifice at the taste bud level. Certainly not.
Sure.
Because, I mean, my smoothies taste really good. I put dates in them.
But the difference is these aren't smoothies. These are just juices.
Are they smooth juices, or do you have to still have the leaf in it from?
Nah, I just juice everything.
So it gets smooth, huh?
It's just smoothly
I'm just saying,
juiced.
it's
not a smoothie like you put in a blender. This is for real. This is gangster.
Now, if my blender turns everything that I put in it into juice, is that not juicing?
Yeah, but it's a little thick. But you know, I have the Jack LaLanne, so I just zip and it goes right through, and I'm in it.
Okay.
I'm in it.
Okay, so because mine is thick and I'm eating, you know, you're right, because there's sometimes I actually move my mouth around that stuff like I'm chewing something.
Yeah, because you pretty much are.
Okay, I'm good with that.
But that's good.
I mean, but
see, but my thing.
Tell me
is
the benefit. The juice gets to your body quicker.
Oh man, let me tell you something. As soon as
could it help me outrun Tammy?
Tammy pretty tough.
Okay, so I'm gonna stick with what I'm doing.
I don't want to say much because she may be listening right now.
Well, I hope she's listening, Tammy. I've picked up a few new exercises that are, you know, built to build up my legs and rump so that I can run this 100-yard dash and not be counting your spikes as I do it.
Yeah, but I'll tell you one thing, Mr. Wallace, is that I'm building discipline. And the one thing that was happening with me, and I said enough is enough, was I started drinking coffee. I do not drink coffee. And it became a habit to where in the morning I'll drink it because I'm up super early. Then I'll drink it midday, and I'm fiending to drinking at night. And I knew that was a problem.
Okay.
So I said, okay, now I need to scale back and just take control of my life. And the way how I did that, I said, I'm going to do something that's crazy. Sacrificing, or not sacrifice, we're adding to. You know, I'm gonna take away what's pleasurable and put a little pain, because at the end of this pain, I know that I'll be able to discipline this. If I see coffee, I'll say, nope, I'm okay. I don't need it.
But you're right. I'm far from those days of considering myself an athlete. But accomplishing a challenge, meeting the challenge, does make you feel good.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, I remember that much, that it makes you feel good. I'm at the point where 25 jumping jacks is a workout, but if I do it, it's a workout.
Sure.
It's good, and something changes. Your mind changes about it being painful.
Absolutely.
Now that's what's funny about it, is because if you're out running and walking, maybe that first mile is a challenge, but somehow if you get through it, you find another arena, another circumstance, another attitude that's waiting for you when you cross that line.
And I'm happy you said that, because I didn't announce it last week on social media because I wanted to get through the first week. And now that I'm past the first week, it's a landslide now. Even though it's 60 days, it's a landslide. Mentally speaking, I can say no to anything you put in front of me. And that's our goal, is to be able to have that self-discipline to where you say, you know what, I don't want that burger, or I don't want this. I can do this. I have a lot of clients that say, oh, I have business meetings. You don't understand. I'm like, dude, I'm in business too. I totally understand. People know when I sit across from them, there are certain things that I will eat and certain things that I will not. I will not put poison in my body just to make somebody happy and make a deal.
Especially if that somebody isn't you.
Absolutely.
So Carl, I congratulations for
Thank
taking
you,
the
sir.
challenge,
Thank you,
and I will be here to tease you and try to distract you,
Yes,
and
yes.
be that instrument of inspiration.
Thank you,
because
sir.
I know you are
Appreciate
not
it.
going to do what I tell you to do.
Yes.
So by telling you to do certain stuff, we can get you. This is Empire Talks Back. I'm Wallace Allen. I'm going to take a break, and we're going to come back and see how Miss Lynette feels after having gone through that same mental barrier that we've described with exercise, as she's gone through it with her business, and how Miss Z has determined the world of nursing is kind of like making lemonade out of lemons. We're all inspired by Miss Regina Lindsay's fired up presentation of what we're going to do. On what day?
May the 30th.
May the 30th.
Through June the 1st.
May through June the 30th. Okay, we're going to take this break. We'll be right back. You guys see you when we get back.
Publish your legal notice in West Side Story newspaper. For the best service and the best rates, call 909-384-8131. Publishing legal notices in the city and county of San Bernardino since 1990. West Side Story provides friendly expert service. Call 909-384-8131 to benefit from budget-friendly rates. Whether a fictitious business name, a name change, a divorce summons, or any other legal or public notice, call West Side Story newspaper 909-384-8131. 909-384-8131. That's 909-384-8131.
I'm young, active, and in the best shape of my life. But I still know life can change in an instant. And when it does, I want to be prepared. That's why I have a healthcare plan through Cover California to cover life's unexpected moments. And having a plan that includes preventive care just makes sense. That means I don't pay extra for services like annual checkups, flu shots, and diabetes screenings. I like that.
Covered California. It's more than just healthcare, it's life care. Visit coveredca.com to enroll or find free expert help. Enroll by December 15th.
How about that relaxing, emotional, floating feeling that comes when you get the special treatment that you deserve? Spa Spectrum's head-to-toe service soothes your mind, body, and soul. Freeway close. Exit the 210 South at Archibald. Quick left into the Stater Brothers Center. Spa Spectrum, 909-989-8861. Head, hands, feet. Your whole body needs Spa Spectrum. 909-989-8861. Relax! 909-989-8861.
Placita Restaurant, your place for Cinco de Mayo, 1805 University Avenue in Riverside. Call them 951-405-8960. That's the Placita Restaurant. wonderful place. It's kind of exquisite Mexican food. I'd read the menu to you, but that doesn't matter because you're going to go over there and get some tequila with some of the craft beers. Don't mess up your taste buds. Eat some of that good food before you get into the imbibing and all of that stuff, because they go through a lot of trouble to fix meals that you're just not going to find everywhere. Chef Babo, is very much a man who is proud of what he's able to do in the kitchen. So give yourself a shot. 1805 University Avenue. Today is Cinco de Mayo. Give yourself a good shot. Go over there. You can only stay till 3. Don't be one of those guys that keeps begging them for some more food at 3:30 and you want to stay there just because it's like better than home and all that stuff. That's why they went through the trouble of fixing it up like they do. But don't be a bore. Just go over there and be a good customer. Leave after you get through. Okay? Tell them Wallace sent you. All right. We are back with Miss Lynette Brown, her daughter Z, and Regina Lindsay. We're talking about Miss Lindsay's event. We've talked about the Cali Pop. We've had the testimonial from our engineers about how great your popcorn is.
Yes.
And you've talked a little bit about Z's life work as a nurse.
As a nurse.
And I want to hear a bit more about what her intentions are and how does the popcorn help introduce you to people and make them give you jobs just because they fall in love with the popcorn.
Okay, so my intentions is to ensure that people understand how to have a quality of life. So I like to explain things that sometimes they don't get a full aspect of it from their doctor's appointments because, they could be like 10 minutes rushing. So I take pride in really wanting them to understand what it is as far as their health care is concerned. As far as my passion, I just really enjoy being able to assist people and giving back. So I actually started a nonprofit that I just did about 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
And that's titled Returning Favor. So I'm going to be assisting the homeless community. And I'm going to start by providing them with clothing, food, and I also want to be able to tie in my nursing so I can make sure they have basic care needs. So like first aid, and then work up from there.
So you want to teach first aid as well?
No, I want to be able to provide it.
Provide first aid.
Yes.
So if you provide first aid, that means all the first aid that you can do has to be done by you.
Correct.
Whereas if you were maybe teaching a few people how to clone.
How to clone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
how much teaching do you do? I understand. As I'm listening to you and your mother, you do foster care. You have young people around that are looking for guidance. Are any of them trying to be a nurse? Possibly, as they look at you.
I have a younger cousin who's an LVN right now, and that's the main thing. Nursing isn't something that's for everyone.
Absolutely.
So I like to tell them to be sure, like, this is your passion, because if you get into it for the wrong reasons, you're going to absolutely hate it.
Right.
How did you know it was for you?
Actually, when I was in the 3rd grade, it came to me.
Did somebody get hurt on the playground and bleed and everybody else ran away and you decided, oh, look at that good blood?
I don't recall the triggering factor. I just know in the 3rd grade, I told my mother I was either going to be a nurse or a pediatrician. So,
Okay.
Or a teacher.
Or a teacher. So now I have
not
2.
Okay.
I just finished with my master's degree in nursing education. So I'm looking to expand into teaching so I could reach other people, other generations.
Very good. Very good. Well, why are you so interested in helping other people?
I believe it's in my DNA from my mother.
Excellent. Excellent. Miss Regina, from your experience, what is the thing that makes people want to help other folk?
The love in their heart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
They have a sense of desire and a passion to want to give and to give unto others more than themselves.
And it's not money necessarily that takes you in the direction that you're going.
No. It's a gift. It's a gift from above. It's a gift from God.
Yes.
Natural.
How many foster children are you working with?
I've taken in over a 14-year period about 120 kids.
Excellent. God bless you.
Thank you.
I'm sure you are blessed as your memory runs through all of those. I'm sure some of them were at the top of the roller coaster and some were down at the bottom of the roller coaster.
Yes, but for the most part, God has really blessed me with some good children.
I was at a birthday party yesterday for a young lady who, for some reason, has blessed me to call me her brother. We lived across the street from each other, but her mother, and I found out yesterday, I knew she had a lot of sisters, and it never occurred to me why they all looked different, because they all were, but they're foster kids. Mm-hmm. Her mother had almost a dozen foster kids in the house at the time that she adopted. Wow. And so has my friend. She has done the same thing. Mm-hmm. So I salute the feeling, and I salute the fact that it seems to be something that once it gets started, caring about other people, you're kind of able to pass that along genetically.
Yes.
When it doesn't happen genetically, Reverend?
Wrong reasons.
But is there a way that people can, though they've never had that gift to themselves or never seen it, that they can become giving people? Have you witnessed anything of that sort? Is it worth it to go to someone that is obviously selfish, obviously unrewarded, obviously with low self-esteem? Is it worth it to go talk to them and try to bring some goodness out of them?
Most definitely. There is, in life, situations that cause us to be sour like lemons. Good. However, if someone would take the time to give of themselves and help another individual realize what it is that provides barriers in their life that cause them to want to shut down and to build walls, and help them to open up, they will find that there's a joy within them, that they will find meeting and engaging others is worthwhile. Sharing what their life is about and helping someone else to be better is nothing like that. That is an experience that is that's unspeakable, to actually get to a place where you can see that you have helped somebody else cross over and be better.
And that can come in so many different ways. Now, we just witnessed that happen here a little earlier today. And I want to ask Ms. Lynette how she feels when she sees people enjoying her product to the level that we've seen it this morning, and then have them turn around and describe it in such wonderful way. How does that make you feel?
It's really a joyful moment because, we have a lot of people who we introduce to our Cali Poppin' who will let us know or say like, oh, I don't like popcorn. I don't eat popcorn. I don't want it stuck in my teeth. And we're like, okay, well, just try Cali Poppin'. Cali Poppin' don't stick in your teeth.
It doesn't.
Right? So, and then you see them
trying it. Matter of fact, it doesn't stay in your mouth long enough. That's why you got to put some more in.
Right.
Tell people how to get in touch with you.
You can reach us on Instagram at Cali Poppin'. My phone number is area code 909-233-2436. My daughter's Z number is 760-514-8309.
Thank you guys for coming in.
You're welcome.
Thank you for having us.
For all of you people who are not able to see up close, I don't know why you can't, but they look more like sisters, and it's not because Z looks old. Okay? And
thank you.
Miss Regina, thank you for coming in. Once again, let's be sure that people know how to get in touch with you and how to get tickets to your event.
Yes, thank you. The West Coast Covenant Sisters is hosting the Engage, Impact, and Transform Regional Conference, and we have our national conference coming up in Dallas, Texas in August. And you can reach us at 951-662-3383, and we're looking forward to providing you tickets at $35 a person for our luncheon, but the services Thursday and Friday all day are free, so come and enjoy.
Excellent. Are you going to serve popcorn?
Oh, yes, I've invited them. We want them to be right there.
Thank you, and we'll be there.
Very good. That's the other thing. We do like to turn our acquaintances into friendships and relationships that will, benefit us all. Okay? Now, in case anyone is sick, Ms. Z, congratulations on your commitment to be a health provider. Ms. Regina, you do the same thing. I'm not an anti-health person at all. That's what my friend Carl is all about. I think we need to exercise our minds, our bodies, so that we can be the best that we can be, because the rest of us need that from each other.
Yes.
We look forward to seeing you guys next week under two circumstances. One, if the good Lord's willing. Two, if the creek don't rise. And I recommend that you guys start learning that backstroke in case climate change does make the creek rise. All right, you probably will. We'll see you next week. God bless you.
Thank
you.
We've got the good. There's been so many things that held us down, but now it seems like things are finally coming around. I know we've got a long way to go, where we'll end.
KCAA Loma Linda, 1050 AM, 106.5 FM, and now 102.3 FM.
Sports Radio Update starts now.
It's wall-to-wall postseason basketball. I'm Brian Weber. A pair of Game 4s in the second round of the NBA playoffs today. 3:30 Eastern. Sixers looking to grab a 3-1 series lead over Toronto in Philadelphia. Raptors second leading postseason scorer Pascal Siakam